Hi everyone, this video is on the HIPPO International English Language Competition. I'm offering you past paper practice for HIPPO 22 semi-final round. We'll be discussing what kind of questions come in the semi-final round of writing test. There are basically four rounds in HIPPO competition. One is preliminary round, and the second is a semi-final round. Third is Southeast Asia qualifier, and the last one is a final round, which will be conducted in Italy. There are different categories in HIPPO competition, like Little HIPPO, HIPPO 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but this video is mainly on HIPPO 3. To begin with, let's discuss the syllabus for semi-final round. There are four columns here. One is functions, means language functions, and then grammar, discourse markers, and the last one is topics. There are different language functions you will be tested on in your HIPPO competition. The second one is the grammar, means grammatical items, and the third one is discourse markers. What is discourse? Discourse means conversation. So discourse markers, basically you need to keep your conversation going, or we use discourse markers at the start or the end of conversation, or in the middle while we are connecting to different points. And the fourth column, topics, means that the things related to these topics will be given in your writing test. Okay, first we discuss language functions here. For example, how you use language for showing directions to somebody, or you're describing habits, and routines, you're giving personal information, you're greeting someone, you're telling the time to somebody, you're understanding and using numbers, how you use prices, and then again you're describing habits and routines, you're describing past experiences, you're describing people, places, things, and obligations and necessity, you using requests, suggestions, checking, understanding, and again you are describing experiences and events, describing feelings and emotions, describing some places, expressing opinions, language, agreeing, disagreeing. Keep one thing in mind, that your syllabus is full of description. So they are not asking you to narrate something or narration. Writing task in exams, keep descriptive element in mind, that you must describe people, describe places, things, or your experiences. If even you are sharing some experience, you are describing that experience. Okay, the second thing is grammar. What grammatical items will be given in the writing test? First one is part of speech, that is adverbs. And the second one is comparative and superlative. These are the types of adjectives. So you will be tested on adverbs, adjectives, and then verbs, like modal verbs. Modal verbs, and here means should, must, have, might, may, will. These are the modal verbs. And then you will be tested on these phrasal verbs as well. So the verbs, adjectives, and the adverbs. The third item here is discourse markers. And discourse markers, as I told you in the beginning, the discourse markers make your conversation lively or less robotic. So, for example, right now I'm using the word so. And if you noticed, I used the word to begin with while I was explaining the syllabus to you. These are also discourse markers. So what purposes you are using these discourse markers for? Connecting, you use connectives, you use linkers, and then you're connecting words, expressing cause and effect. So the last topic is topics. What areas are covered under topics? Work and job, travel, transport, sport, social interaction, personal feelings, news and lifestyles, languages, health, film, entertainment, education, books. These are the things related to these areas can be given in the writing task. This is HIPPO 2020 past paper, and the first task in the writing test is an essay, which is not a very lengthy essay. It only requires 80 words. It means 5 to 6 lines. And the title of the essay says the things that I waste my time on. It is all about you. So my suggestion to you is not to write a list of items here. Instead, keep your syllabus in mind. And your syllabus says describe, and describe. It means you have to have description here. When you are talking about the things that you waste your time on, you describe that experience, you describe that feelings of yours. So descriptive elements must be kept in mind. The second question in the writing test is choosing the correct verb tense. Tenses in English language is not about right or wrong. For example, if I use the present simple or past simple, it is the right way of using it. Or if I use a past perfect, it is the right way to fill these gaps. Means how you are making your story intelligible to others, how you're conveying your message in a proper way to others. With the help of these 10 statements, your proficiency in different tenses in English language will be measured. Now look at the first statement here. It says that if you press the green button, the machine dash, and the given verb is start here. So let me show you your syllabus here. This one, conditionals. Conditional, second or third conditional will be given to you in the writing test. So if you press the green button, if shows that it is conditional sentence. So how many conditionals there are? There are 4 conditionals. The first one is zero conditional, then the first conditional, second conditional, and third conditional. What happens in zero conditional? Under zero conditional, the statements given to you are generally the facts or the scientific truth. For example, if I say, if I touch fire, my finger burns. It's a fact. So if I eat too much, I get fat. It's again a fact, scientific truth. But do you think the statement given to you here is any kind of fact? If you press the green button, why only green button? Why not any button? Why if any machine has yellow button? So if you press the green button, the machine dash. So it cannot be zero conditional. What about your first conditional? First conditional, if I say, if you press the green button, the machine will start. Means there is some probability there. So we use future tenses for the first conditional because it shows probability. It is something a machine will start or will not start. Second conditional. Second conditional says if you pressed the green button. Here past tense use pressed. If you press the green button, the machine would start because it is in the past tense. So the verb comes here will also be past. Would is the past form of will. And the third conditional says if, and you know these second and third conditional, they show improbability. Means this is something which is not truth, which is not even probable. It is all the opposite. If you had pressed, here it's past perfect tense. If you had pressed the green button, the machine would have started. Again, past perfect tense there. So these are 4 conditional. So what comes here now? If you press the green button, 2 conditionals can come here, either zero or first. As I told you, zero conditional are all the facts, and this statement is not a fact. So here first conditional comes. If you press the green button, the machine will start. Now let's talk about the second statement here. I dash, and the given verb is train to be a supermarket manager. I tell you one thing about tenses. The tenses is all about perspectives, or the way you view some event in specific time period. And if I say here, I am trained to be a supermarket manager, or I was trained to be a supermarket manager, I will be trained to be a supermarket manager, or I can say I have been trained to be a supermarket manager. So, and I am training to be supermarket manager. These are all different things. For example, when you are saying I was trained, so mean that it is something about the past. Or if I say I am training, it means I'm half in the process. I am not a full-fledged trainer. So when you say I have been trained, it means you are a trained person now. So it's all about perspective, or all about the context you are using. The third statement here says nobody dash, and the given verb think she will win the Eurovision contest. And here the word, this one will decide what comes, which verb tense comes here. So we say nobody thinks she will win the Eurovision contest. because it is something in the present that somebody is thinking about the future tense, that what will happen in the future. When I say nobody thought, if I want to write thought here, the past tense, then here will should be into would. Nobody thought she would or could win the Eurovision contest. Now comes the fourth statement. It says, I hear you've got a new job. How dash you get on? Okay, try to understand one thing. This is a conversation going on. Somebody is asking somebody, how's your job going on? So when you are talking to somebody, you are definitely talking in present continuous tense. So I hear you've got a job. How are you getting on? When you're putting this sentence into context, for example, two friends are talking to each other. One says, I hear you've got a new job. And then he asks, how are you getting on? Means it is in that specific moment. So that's why present continuous will be used here. The next statement says, Mulan can't find her key. It means Mulan is looking for the key and she can't find it right now. So it is the present tense. She dashed it. Here we write she has lost it. Means present perfect because it is in the near past. Present perfect is past but is in the near past because it has some link with the present tense, that she is looking for the keys which you can't find right now because she has lost it. The Wamba had a beard. It means once he had a beard. Now he doesn't have it. It means I'm looking at him right now and I can't find his beard. It means he doesn't have the beard anymore. So he dashed it. We can't say simple past here that he shaved it because now the present involves. So we use present perfect tense. Present perfect means before having this present. Means some action happened before this present tense. So we say he has shaven it. Means before I look at him and I found out that he doesn't have the beard anymore, he has shaven it. What has he done with the beard? He has shaven it. So we can't say he shaved it. The next statement says, was Lee here when you arrived? It's all about the past events. You say, no, he dash home. You cannot use present perfect here. Like he has gone home because it has nothing to do with the present tense. It's all about past events. So you write past perfect tense here. Like, was Lee here when you arrived? No, he had gone home. It means before you reach there, arrived there, he had gone home. So past perfect basically helps you to understand the order of events that happen in the past. So past perfect comes before past tense. The next one is, would you like tea or coffee? For example, you are at somebody's place and they ask you in a very polite way, would you like tea or coffee? So in a real conversation, you are not supposed to answer in the full sentences. You simply say, tea please, or you say, I prefer coffee please. So here the verb have is given in the bracket, so that's why you will say, I'll have tea please. So remember, in real conversation, it's better to use contractions. The next one is dash you do anything tomorrow evening. It means you ask your friend about his or her future plans. So you'll say, are you doing anything tomorrow evening? And then the response will be, no, I'm free. So present continuous tense can be used for your future plans. The last statement is, why do you need the bucket? For example, you are washing the car and in the middle of it you need a bucket. So you ask for it and your mom asks you, why do you need the bucket? So your answer would be, I am washing the car. But if you have not started washing the car and you need a bucket, so your mom asks you, why do you need the bucket? Your answer would be, I'm going to wash the car. Remember one thing, that the context really matters in tenses. It's all about perspectives, the way you see an event in a specific time period.